my name is Melinda and my YouTube channel is MemeAthroughZ.
And my name is Layla.
How old are you? 4 years old. This is my princess. This is my daughter. And we are guest appearing on the 411 Mamas YouTube channel. So with that said, our topic is patience and children. I know I need lots of patience when it comes to Miss Layla here, because seriously, she could drive me crazy. We could both drive each other crazy. I have 6 things that I want to mention to you guys, and that's basically the advice portion. That's just my opinion. It's not set in stone. And then I also have some questions that I'm gonna ask Layla. So the first bit of advice that I want to go ahead and give you guys is, number 1, don't yell or fight back when it comes to your children. The reason I say this is because I was yelling back at Layla. I was getting frustrated, and for example, she'll do something and I'll say, don't touch that, or I'll say, Layla, don't do that, you're gonna get hurt. She will not listen to me, and she will end up getting hurt really badly, or she will end up breaking whatever she's touching, and I would just get so furious because, you know, I just warned her and told her not to do it. She did it anyway, and I would yell back at her, Layla, I told you not to do that. And when she was smaller, when she was younger, like in her, I'm gonna say like 2 going on 3, she would become sad and cry. But now that she's 4 going on 5, when's your birthday?
June 11th.
June 11th. So now that she's gonna be 5 on June 11th, I've noticed that now Layla learned the yelling method and she yells at me. Well, Layla doesn't really like when I speak about her, but I told her this video is gonna help people. And there are a lot of people out there experiencing the same thing. I love my daughter so much. So Layla started to learn the yelling method. She started yelling back at me. I started yelling at her. And we both decided that that's not working. Yelling and fighting back was not helping the situation. In fact, it was making it worse. And at the end of the day, mommy and daddy ended up feeling bad for yelling and fighting back. And honestly, things just escalate when you fight and yell back. I would say just try and take a deep breath, count to 10. I also went ahead and told Layla, if she gets angry, she shouldn't fight me, she shouldn't yell. She needs to find a way to relieve her anger, and I told her she can run to her pillow on her bed
and scream on it. And scream on it.
Or we read a book. I'm gonna put the name of the book somewhere here, but we also read a book about a boy who said a bad word, and they basically taught him to say different words. So I'm teaching Layla that she can say weird different words like flippin' flabbits or whatever. What kind of word?
Chicken tabbits.
Chicken tabbits. So we're teaching her also that she can yell out any kind of word she wants as long as it's not a mean one or a hurtful one. Next, my next bit of advice, number 2, is be prepared for outbursts, which they majority of the times do not mean. When I say outbursts, I mean things that will literally bring you to tears or make you feel sad. So Layla, when she got old enough, like 3 years old to 4 years old, even now, she started saying, I don't want you, I don't need you. She told me she was moving out with grandma. What else she told me? Yeah, she tells me a whole bunch of mean things. And recently, I count
bad things.
Yeah, you did. I know you don't mean them. It's okay. I know you don't mean them, but you say them and they hurt, right? So recently, Layla discovered the hate word. She doesn't really know what it means. She just knows it will affect you. So she told me 3 times, I hate you. Every time she says it, I get super serious with her. I don't yell at her, I just get super serious with her. I pull her to the side and I say, Layla, this word is very hurtful. You cannot say it. Even if you're super angry, you cannot say it. It's mean, it hurts people's feelings, and it's just not a nice word. She knows she can't say that word, and she feels super bad about what she says and outbursts. This is exactly why I say don't take it personal, be prepared for it, because whenever I speak about certain things, this is how she gets. Number 3, don't hit. I have to say it took me a while to get over this. And I'm only human. I have spanked Layla, right? I've spanked you. I've given you pow pow. I've never beat my child. I do not beat her. I do not like hitting her. That's one thing that I do not like doing. Even if I spank her on her bottom or if I slap her on her hand. I don't do it hard, but even if I do that, I feel incredibly bad, and she feels bad as well because it's something foreign to her and she doesn't know how to react to it. So she cries and then I cry. Well, I don't cry, but I feel bad. And even dad, like I've seen him scold her or punish her, you know, give her a spanking, and then afterwards he feels bad and he'll just like hug her. I've seen parents literally drag their kids in the streets, slap their kids, like hurt their kids really bad, and it's like you just want to jump in and say, oh my god, don't do that, you know. And then a lot of the times I've seen it before, I see parents yell at young kids, kids crying, having tantrums, and parents not knowing how to deal with that and just going crazy and yelling at them, cursing them, just horrible. And it makes me rethink everything that I do for Layla, and I'm just like, oh my god, thank god that I'm not that parent. Number 4, punishment. This is advice that I would give to you. I highly recommend you punish your children, only because your children have to know that there's a consequence to bad behavior. So whenever Layla behaves bad, in the beginning I used to put her on timeout. I used to put her on her bed. She did not have it. She was like, no, I'm not going on timeout, and things used to escalate really fast. Like she used to yell and cry because it was new to her. She's like, time out, like what is this? And eventually she got the hang of it, and now we don't put her on her bed anymore. We have her stand up and face the wall, which she does not like. So she tries her best to avoid timeout, right? Do we like timeout? No, we don't. So as I was saying, punishment, you know, children will eventually learn that they're missing out on fun time, and especially if you put them on punishment where you take away their toys, their games. Nowadays, you know, a lot of children are into their video games, their toys, their dolls. So I would actually, Layla has a Kindle Fire which she uses a lot, and I would tell her, you know what, you're not gonna get your Kindle Fire, or I will take away her toys. I will send her to bed early. So she knows punishment is not a good thing. She's learned that.
So number 5.
Say keep your word.
Keep your word.
Don't cave in.
Don't cave in.
That's basically to parents. Keep your word. Do not cave in. Do not fall for those sad puppy eyes. Don't fall for that. If you're gonna put your child on punishment, you have to stay strong. You have to stick with it. I know it's tough, especially when they're younger, like 2, 3, but you have to stick with it, because once your children know that they can get over you, like that you're basically soft, that you're putting them on timeout, but then you're like, oh my god, baby, come here, I'm sorry, which I'm guilty of. Once your children know that they can get away with it, they're gonna keep doing it. Oh yeah, punishment, mom? Yeah, not gonna happen. Okay, so number 6, every situation should have a lesson, and basically explain right or wrong and cause and effect. So I feel that whenever you have a situation with your child, an argument, you're tired. No. An argument or just any type of altercation, anything, you should always teach them a moral, the moral of the story, right or wrong. Teach them the cause and the effect. So I will end up putting her on timeout. She'll go on her bed and she'll be upset. Like, why am I on timeout? I don't understand this. And sometimes it will escalate. Other times she will sit down, take her time out. But on the days when it escalates, I make sure that after the yelling, the screaming, the crying, I sit down with her, I grab her hands. So then I'll tell her, that's your punishment. This is what happens when you're a bad girl, when you don't listen, when you disrespect, when you're just a bad girl. So definitely make sure to teach your kids cause and effect. Let them know, hey, if you do this, this is gonna happen, and they will catch on. Next is not really advice, it's just something that I wanted to say, and then we'll go on and ask Layla her questions that I've written down for her. So I have researched online and I've spoken to many parents about behavior, and one thing that I keep finding is a reward chart. And a lot of parents feel that you should do a reward chart for behavior. I just honestly feel like that's horrible, because you're basically teaching your child that if they behave, they will get a reward, and if they don't behave, they won't get anything. It shouldn't be like that. It should be more like, if you behave, well then good job, and if you don't behave, you're gonna get on punishment. So basically, instead of making a chart to reward your child for behaving, you should do a chart based on emotions. I don't have a face chart for Layla, but we do use this type of method. Basically, we will have a situation and I would ask her, Layla, how do you feel? Happy, sad? angry, mad. So she'll tell me what kind of emotion she's feeling, and based on that emotion, we'll try and figure out solutions to the problem. So you can do like a face chart. You can do it together as a project, or you can print one out online, or you can purchase one, and basically you can just do little happy faces. If I can find an example, I'll put it somewhere here, but you can find a happy face, a sad face, but I think it would be better as a project. Just get a nice cardboard paper, cut out some circles, do happy, sad, angry, mad, and then you know, whenever your child is having an emotion, going through something, you can ask him or her, hey, what are you feeling? Show me on the chart, and let's try and work this out. So that's it for my advice. Now I just have a set of 6 questions that I want to go ahead and ask Layla. I feel that getting the child's point of view is also important, and also it's going to help me as well because I'm going to learn new things about her. So question number 1 for Miss Layla. Whenever you're angry, what are some of the things that Daddy and I can do to make you feel better?
Read me a bedtime story.
Read you a bedtime story? What else? Talk to the camera.
Play with me.
Play with you? Okay. Okay, so, and do that. Question number 2. Do you think it's okay to throw a tantrum or get angry over something so little? Like, for example, if you didn't get a toy that you want, do you think it's okay to throw a tantrum and go crazy?
No, I'm just a little tantrum and that's it.
Just a little tantrum and that's it? But what if it turns into a big tantrum? Do you think that's okay?
No.
So if there are kids watching you right now, would you tell them yes, throw tantrums, or would you tell them no?
I'm gonna tell them you can't go crazy.
You can't go crazy? How come? Tell them why. Why they shouldn't go crazy.
Because
tell them.
You can't go crazy. Because if you want something and they say no, then they'll go so crazy, then they'll have to put it on timeout, give it pop out.
Okay, so you shouldn't go crazy because then you're gonna get timeout, punishment, or in some cases, pow pow, which is also a spanking. Okay, that makes sense. Question number 3. What do you think is a fair punishment?
I would prefer a sleep punishment.
Okay, so send you to bed?
Yeah, like sleep.
Okay, would you like it if your parents took away all your toys and your Kindle and your dolls and everything?
It would be okay.
It would be okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a fair punishment?
No.
No, it's not a fair punishment. So you wouldn't want that?
No.
So what about pow pows and spankings? Would you want that as a punishment? Question number 4. How do you feel about spankings and pow pows?
Not good.
Not good? Why is it not good?
Because that hurts.
Talk to the camera.
Because that hurts.
So if you're being a bad girl and I hit you, do you think that's gonna solve the problem?
No.
No? Why not?
Because that really hurts so bad.
It really hurts so bad. Is it gonna make you happy or angry?
Angry.
Question number 5. What are some things that your parents do that make you unhappy?
Like when they scream at me, and it makes me so angry.
Okay, so you don't like when your parents scream at you?
No.
It makes you unhappy? All right, and now the last question, question number 6. If there were children watching you right now, what would you tell them about behaving bad? Tell them.
I will tell them that behaving bad is not good.
It's not good. What else?
Like, behaving bad makes your parents angry, so angry.
Angry and what else?
And sad.
And sad. Parents get angry and sad.
Kids, don't be bad, pay attention. Like, stop being rude. Like, stop saying mean things.
Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Again, my name is Melinda.
And Layla Ariana.
And Layla Ariana. Also, if you guys want to check out my channel, it's MemeAthroughZ. It's basically everything from A through Z. Layla even has a fashion corner where she does her videos with some outfits. And my channel right now is focusing on makeup, skincare, hauls, and stuff of that nature. But it will have more family-oriented things. We're just working on what to do. Thank you, 411 Mamas. We are so happy to be guests on your channel, and we hope we have the opportunity to do it again. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later, alligator.
And a wild crocodile.